Hyderabad is dotted by unique rock formations. The rock formations of the Deccan Plateau predate civilization.
The oldest rock types identified in India is around 3,950 million years back. And the place where we are all living, that is the Deccan Plateau, what we call it, has got majority of them granites and gneisses belonging to 2,800 to 2,500 million years. But the rocky texture or rocky-texture, what we put it, you find right along the Lingampalli and then the high-tech city area and all. These rocks, although they are geologically important, but at the same time, they weather to yield some of the minerals present in the rock types. The weathering, they break down and then produce solubles and insoluble material, and the soluble material and the insoluble material, they will sustain the plant life. And the forms that are developed and the crevices that are developed, they also help as dwelling centers for the animals that are present in these areas, such that in an overall system, if you take, the entire ecology of the area is very well protected by these rock types. Until and unless you protect these sites, the human being is not going to be safe in this environment.
And for this very purpose, the Society to Save Rocks was formed in 1996. It has been involved in the process of preservation of the rocks for over a decade now.
About 12 years ago, a society was formed, Society to Save Rocks, because we found that as habitation grows, more and more rocks are being destroyed, felled, and sometimes blown up for creating space for human beings.
There is no law for the protection of landscapes in India. We need one definitely here, because this landscape is just so unique. It should at least be protected to some extent. The photographers and painters and environmental people sat together and said, finally we have to do something about the destruction of the rocks, because we have been seeing them getting cut down for so many years.
We've been agitating, persuading, educating both the people as well as the government. Due to our efforts, 9 rock formations have been declared heritage sites, and they are saved.
Apart from the Huda heritage regulation and the scouting for areas to put on this heritage list, we have made a survey of rock areas so far in 3 districts, where scientists, geologists, botanists and zoologists have gone and identified certain areas in the districts of Mehboob Nagar, Rangareddy and Hyderabad. This is to present to the government areas that should be protected finally later on, and also which could be used as recreation area, tourist parks or geoparks, a new concept that UNESCO is promoting.
You know, when I first came to Hyderabad, one of the features which attracts you, strikes you, is the rocks.
Rock is such a fantastic feature to have, and you really grow so fond of it. It's something that you cannot do away with. Maybe it's not possible to save all the rocks, but there are possibilities to bring some of the rocks into the design, into the landscaping of the area.
We built a house here, but we said we will build it to accommodate ourselves, not the rock, to accommodate ourselves to the contours of the rocks. It's a thing which needs to be saved in the interest of all of us. I suppose a time would come that you will bemoan because it will be too late. Already now the landscape of Banjara Hills and Jubilee Hills has changed completely.
That rocks we have to save. That's it. Like we must, because it's about our life. If we must be selfish, at least for us. We have to survive. We have to do something. We must think for ourselves and do it.
Older people are getting old, and they need younger people to come in and take on the torch and the flag.
The most popular of these awareness programs is the rock walks, which we conduct every third Sunday of the month, once a month on Sunday afternoon, in which anybody from Hyderabad can participate. All age groups, from children to elderly people, can participate.
What I like about the rock walk is it gives you, you make split decisions, and it helps you to find a way where there is no way, and that's the excitement.
Raising awareness also includes the sale of t-shirts with nice rocks on them, and caps, greeting cards. The tourism department published a book on rocks. It's a kind of a coffee table book with big photos, beautiful photos, and very nicely laid out and printed. It is called Rockitecture.
You will find here pictures which will absolutely surprise you, astound you. In 1999, I decided to make a documentary on these rocks. We have called this documentary, taking liberty with the name documentary.
Other awareness programs have been painting competitions, so children are asked to paint rocks, and they love them. We've had famous artists, who have paid a tribute to the rocks in those exhibitions. Then we invited the Indian Ocean to come, which is a fantastic role. The Indian Ocean said they had never performed in such a magical place before.
This heritage must be saved.
Save the rocks.
Protect the rocks.